Hi guys, how are you, Satnam? I'm waiting for another meeting here, so just wanted to say a few words. So this is the big question. For modern people like us with busy jobs and schedules, how do we integrate yoga, science, and modern life? How do we live our normal lives and yet achieve bliss? That is the question. And this podcast will give you the answers. My name is Mariya and welcome to Lifestyle Secrets. Few people ask me what does it mean to have abundance in your life, to be successful, to really have everything you've ever wanted, financial independence, have a family, have everything we really strive or what's been given to us. I want to talk a little bit about the social norms because we get so confused in our lives when it comes to what I really want, and really going deeper inside and kind of figuring out what's for you, what in this situation is really for me. Is it the opulence and the abundance and having a Ferrari and having a home and having 3 kids and a husband, or is it really that I am striving to something and I want to create something and this resonates with me? So sometimes we play the game of satisfying somebody else, of what we've been taught we should be doing and how things should be, and we grow up knowing that we need to have an education, that we need to go to high school, university, etc. Then we think about how the social circle forces you to actually, you have to get a job, you need to get a salary, you need to work for somebody. It's the ultimate experience in life to have a stable paycheck. And then you also have kind of the other social must-haves, such as being married, having kids, getting the kids to school, and then you supposedly should feel great. But the reality is that everybody is very different, everybody has different needs, everybody internally has a very creative potential, and that potential has to grow. And we force it to diminish and become smaller and really not kind of figuring out what we want in life, which is very sad because we don't actually allow ourselves to grow. And in previous podcasts, we spoke about that inner conflict that we all get when we don't live our lives to our inner core, to what we really want and how we want it. So one thing that yoga has given me, especially Kundalini yoga, which is a very inner kind of journey within, self-discovery, self-connection, finding your core, your focus, your real creative power, was that I actually don't have to do anything and I don't have to apply to these terms. I have a very supportive family as well. My parents are great and they have always said, look, whatever you want to decide, having kids, no kids, having a marriage, no marriage, working in a bank, not working, whatever you want to do, we're behind you. And I realized that many people don't have this, and there's some certain expectations from them or from their society or from their friends for behavior, for achieving things, for kind of proving yourself that you're worth it, that you're something, and that you have been a success story. But you need to step away from this and you need to figure out a way to find your core, find what tricks and ticks inside of you, what gives you that pleasure, what gives you that excitement where you jump out of bed and like, hey, that's great, I can do it again. It may be as well your job. Like, I love my job, I go to work and I'm like, yeah, what situation we're gonna look at, what people I'm gonna meet. I meet insanely amazing people, I meet ministers, I meet CEOs, CFOs. They broaden my horizons and I really enjoy this. I travel around the world, I find great places, I learn a lot, I communicate a lot, and that has really helped me enhance myself as a human being. But that is my case, and not everybody actually has that privilege in life to enjoy what they're doing. Not everybody feels at comfort with who they are and what they've achieved, but you need to find what really drives you and stick with it and go for it, because time is what we don't have. Everything else comes, but time goes and it never really ends. So you want to turn around in 50 years and say, I've done what I love. I've lived the life I wanted to, not the life according to others, not the life that parents wanted, that my social surroundings wanted, that my country's mentality wanted, that my religion is implementing. I lived life according to me, according to my lifestyle, according to my understanding, according to my soul. This is the important core thing. If you want to be happy, you have to be happy with yourself, where you are, what you do. You need to wake up and feel that excitement and that joy in your life. You need to do the things that you find are soothing for you, that are right for you, and that click with you. My mom always says, when I'm always confused or something's happening, she goes, listen, did you click with it? Was there a click in your tummy that you said, that's my thing, I like that, I'll do that? Or were there like thousands of thoughts and options and kind of lists of yes and no, like you meet a guy and you go, I really like him, but there's something about him I'm not quite sure about. And then you go with like, I like column and I don't like column. You go for a job, you're like, well, it's a great job, check is great, but I'm not sure about X and Y and it's long hours, or it involves a lot of traveling, or I have this and that. And you go, if you're thinking about it, there's something fundamentally wrong with the whole thing. So you need to understand that the things in life that are meant for you, they just come, and you feel it and you connect it and you go for it. But when you find it, you need to go for it. So with me, that was Kundalini yoga as well. I did tons of different practices in my life. I've done hatha, I've done ashtanga, I've done yin and yang, I've done aikido as a martial art. I've done so many different hobbies and things that I wanted. I was in search for something to bring me that peace and quiet. And when I first did Kundalini, just was this, wow, that's it, like that's my answer. And I stick with it, and I've practiced every single day, and sometimes even 2 times a day. And I've done meditations and Kundalini yoga practices, and I've done the lectures and bought the book for teacher trainers. That's how I ended up being a teacher, because I thought this is so good, I need to go deeper into this, I need to find the core of this. So I transform myself just by practicing, by allowing myself to follow what I really found is for me. I didn't go with trends, because at that time, like 10 years ago, Kundalini Yoga was so unknown and so mystical and so kind of out there, with like a woo land, that had I listened to everybody else, I'll be doing, hot yoga. I'll be doing something else. I'll be probably going on motivational speeches and listening to podcasts. Doesn't matter, right? I connected with that. That was my thing, and that helped me. So if you feel that this is the right practice for you, the right teacher for you, the right environment, then go for it, take it, incorporate it in your life, and always, always, always listen to yourself. Don't allow circumstances, people, environment, social backgrounds to inflict on you certain states, certain programs that we are supposed to follow, because nobody will return that time to you, I'm sorry, and you will regret it eventually. So find the things you love, find the things you resonate, and really, really develop that. If you don't like your job, then go for it. The world won't end. There will be plenty of other jobs. You don't like your partner, you are confused as to where you stand, take time for yourself. It's very important as well to find time for yourself, to discover the things in life. 1/10 of your day should be dedicated to you, be it for you to read a book, for you to relax, for you to connect with yourself in a deeper level, to practice yoga, to listen, to enjoy yourself, to find that joy. Yeah, it's we're busy, busy, busy. We never really find that space of, this is my space, this is my time, this is me. I'm gonna take 10 minutes, 15 minutes, an hour, and really, really dedicate that. So I'm being called into my meeting, so I have to leave you. Guys, go for it. Listen to yourself, listen to your tummy. All I can tell you, it's like the best advice I can give you. Never settle for what others say, never settle for what you're supposed to do, never go with the rhythm of everybody else. You have your own rhythm, your own vibrancy, your own resonation. So find it, practice it, elevate it. That's why we have all these podcasts, that's why we have Kundalini Lounge. If you haven't subscribed, go for it, find a practice. Find a meditation, do it 40 days. But don't let go of your own inner self and comfort. Love you guys. I'll see you tomorrow. Enjoy, and I'm off to my meeting.